All right, let's talk about Microsoft's massive bet on the future of data. It's a platform called Fabric, and the whole idea is to weave every single thread of your organization's data into one intelligent system. So, what's the big deal? Let's dive in. But first, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? Your company's data is just everywhere. It's scattered across tons of different tools, different databases, different services, and none of them really play nice together. If that hits close to home, then you know the pain. Your team spend way more time just trying to connect the dots and duct tape everything together than they do actually using the data to find something useful. And that is the exact headache Microsoft is trying to solve with Fabric. And that brings us perfectly to our first section, the data maze. This is the messy reality that so many companies are living in, and it's why something like Fabric even exists. Just look at this thing. This picture basically represents the old way of doing things, the platform as a service, or PaaS world. You've got all these separate siloed services, one for storage, another for data pipelines, another for analytics. And to make it all work, data gets copied and moved all over the place. It's a nightmare to manage, a nightmare to secure, and just a total mess. So what's the alternative to that chaos? Well, this leads us right to Fabric's big idea, which is really a totally different way of thinking about a data platform. And here it is, side by side. On the left, you've got that complicated web we just talked about. But on the right, that's the Fabric vision, a single integrated software as a service platform. The goal is simple, right? Stop managing dozens of different things and just have one unified place where everything works together. Now, the absolute foundation of this entire vision, the bedrock it's all built on, is something called OneLake. You got to remember this name. Think of it as one single logical data lake for your whole company. No more silos, no more making copies of the same data over and over for every different tool. Microsoft has this perfect analogy for it. They call OneLake the OneDrive for data. And that just clicks, doesn't it? Just like OneDrive is the one spot for all your files, OneLake is designed to be that one single source of truth for all your company's data. It's a powerful idea. Okay, so we've got this OneLake, this unified foundation. What can we actually do with it? Let's take a quick tour of what they call experiences inside Fabric, each one built for a different kind of data pro. Fabric basically packs a whole workshop of tools under one roof. You've got Data Factory to move data around, tools for data engineering and data science, a modern data warehouse, real-time intelligence for stuff that's happening right now, and of course the big one, Power BI. But here's the magic trick. They all share the same storage in one lake. They're all drinking from the same well, which is what helps get rid of all those extra data copies. Having all the tools is great, but in a huge company, how do you stop it from becoming a total free-for-all? Let's look at the blueprint for how Fabric helps you organize your entire data universe without it turning into chaos. It's actually pretty logical. At the very top, you have the tenant. That's your entire organization. Then you buy capacity, which is just the horsepower, the computing power you need. Then, and this is cool, you can group your data into domains that match your business, like sales or marketing. And at the bottom, you have workspaces where teams actually get together and work on projects. Now, that domain idea is really important because it lets you build what's called a data mesh. You hear this term a lot lately. Instead of some central IT group trying to control every piece of data, a data mesh lets you decentralize it. The marketing team owns and manages the marketing data. The sales team owns the sales data. It's a much more modern and scalable way to handle data governance. Okay, the vision is incredible. The architecture makes a ton of sense. But what's it actually like to use right now, today? Let's switch gears and look at what real users are saying out there. So the promise from Microsoft is this beautiful, seamless, all-in-one platform. But then you go online and you find comments like this one from a user on Reddit. Quote, "It's clearly paid preview." Ouch. That really captures this feeling that the grand vision is there, but the day-to-day reality isn't quite catching up yet. And it doesn't stop there. Here's another one. "You'll never be able to convince me Fabric is production ready." People have been talking about frequent downtimes, weird bugs, and a general feeling of instability. It seems like for a lot of early adopters, there's a big gap between the slick marketing and the actual maturity of the product right now. And, of course, we have to talk about the cost. Jumping into Fabric isn't just a technical choice. It's a serious financial commitment. You might start out small,
at the foundation level for a couple $100 a month. But as you grow and start pulling in more of your business, you're quickly looking at thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars every single month.
But even with those growing pains, you have to understand Microsoft is all in on Fabric. This is their future. So where is this all going? What's next? The answer, in one word, is AI. Fabric was designed from the ground up as an AI-first platform, and with Copilot getting baked into everything, the goal is to let anyone interact with data just by asking questions in plain English. Think about it. You could just ask, hey, what was our best-selling product last quarter? And get an answer instantly, no code required. That's the end game. So, as we wrap this up, it leaves us with a huge question. Is this all-in-one AI-powered platform a true revolution that's going to make life easier for everyone? Or, by pulling all of your data into one single ecosystem, is it just a new, more powerful way to lock you into their world? That's the big question every company is going to have to ask itself. Thanks for tuning in.